Alright, I feel like using a bonus video today. Like, people think that Kuro Games did the patterns like just to protect themselves, and they didn't do it in bad faith, and that it's all right and it's just normal things that company use. That's bullshit. That's absolutely bullshit. Because if they were just patterning their thing because it's a new invention that they intend to keep for themselves, like, why now? Why right now when you have, and I have to admit this, NTE is sitting on a freaking gold mine. GTA in particular is very popular because for years, and I think this is the first big mobile game that is attempting this, and I'm pretty sure that MiHoYo is kicking themselves right now, wondering why they didn't do this. If NTE gets this right, and I'm not glazing whatsoever because this is not even an Oyo game, they're gonna pop off. And I'm praying and hoping that they get it right because I'm really looking forward to it. But for people to think that Kuro Games use the patterns just for us, they just randomly get up and they decide that, oh, they want to protect the assets, that's bullshit. The reason why they push this up is because they're trying to see if they can go after NTE for copying them. And the reason why I believe it's scummy, it's because they copied everything from Genshin Impact. Mavuika is literally in Wuthering Waves. Fontaine is literally in Wuthering Waves. You're literally getting Fontaine right now. Wuthering Waves copy Genshin, so not even Genshin. MiHoYo as a company. Punishing Grey Raven is a 1-to-1 copy of Honkai Impact 3rd. Combat scenes and everything. And to see that these people are the ones that decide that, oh, they don't like it when somebody copies them. I give a lot of credit for Genshin Impact for what they did. We're not going after the competition. Because they could have gone after them easily. Easily. I just think it's dumb. I just think it's dumb for people to think that, oh, Kuro is just doing this just because they're protecting the asset. No, they're using it so they can attempt to sue NTE. Get this in your brain. When Power World came out, and what happened? Nintendo decided to patent some of them stuff. Everybody and their mom saw that they literally are doing this to go after Power World. What happened a little bit after? They tried to go after Power World, right? Why wouldn't Kuro not do the same? Why would I not be suspicious that maybe Kuro is doing this to go after them? It's pretty obvious. I may be right, I may be wrong, I understand that. But it's okay for me to have a little bit of concern that the reason why they're doing it is to go after them. And the people say that because I'm not reading the entire document properly. I've read it. Like, there are instances in that basically say that they're using AI to develop their world, taking trends from popular games like Genshin Impact and others, and things that you're inspired from, and just compiling it with AI and then just doing modifications to it. It's literally in there in that text. So if you guys want to talk that I don't know, I don't read it, I read it. I read it. It's just that I'm not gonna go on this YouTube video and make a long 50-minute video like reading through everything bit by bit like one of my friends Foxhole. I'm not gonna do that. But it's funny to see that. And the second thing, too, there are people talking about that this is Tencent that is doing this and not Kuro. No. As somebody that knows Tencent and plays a lot of the games that they're associated with, yeah, Tencent don't give two crap about your your IP, or people stealing from your IP or anything like that. Their main goal is to turn what you have as profitable as possible. They're just a marketing company. They know how to juice as much money out of the game that they acquire. This is it. They will never go to that length to pattern something in a game that they don't really necessarily care about. So that's just all I have to say. You know, it's funny, man. It's very funny, and I didn't expect that I was gonna have to put up a second video about this, but really and truly, guys, me doing posting this, nah, it's pretty obvious. And to quote somebody, there are people that know I'm right, and there are people that don't know I'm right yet. And when the day comes when Kuro tries to go after NTE, which they will, because Kuro can't just go and say, okay, tear down your stuff, let me see if it's exactly the same. The only way they can know if it's exactly the same is by a lawsuit. So 100% I believe that they're gonna be going after NTE. It's funny. Kuro is a scummy company, actually, thinking about it. Kuro have done a lot of stuff like delay their stuff so that they can compete directly with Hoyo versus a company. And I'm just gonna be honest, it's clear from the last video that Genshin Impact clapped Wooden Ray's ass, and it's clear and obvious that Kuro is not really a competition for Genshin Impact. I am hoping that NTE and Azura Familia will put up much more of a fight than Kuro Game did. It's sad to see that the only competition that Genshin Impact really had was Honkai Star Rail, a game made by Hoyoverse themselves, and still is a competition to them to this day, and beat them out a lot of times. It's just insane, but it is what it is, man. I just don't know what to say. I don't care if your feelings are hurt or shit like that, but look, it's pretty obvious that the reason why Kuro Games made these patterns is to go after NTE. Because if they wanted to make these patterns, they would have made it a long time ago. I didn't see Genshin Impact making these patterns to go after anybody else. It is just, they keep mentioning Genshin Impact's 400 patterns, which I have seen, which are just on their Unreal Engine, their customized Unreal Engine. That's just literally it. What are we doing here? What are we doing here, guys? What are we actually doing here? I'm curious. But it is what it is. Do you think that Kuro are just doing what they're normally doing and they're just trying to protect their assets and they're not going to use it to go after NTE? Or do you think that NTE lawsuit is right around the corner and the reason why they're doing this is because they want to go after NTE? I just feel like that's the case, because there's no way Kuro is gonna know the exact source code of NTE unless they file a lawsuit. You get that? So it just has to be done. It's insane.